Hello there, my name is Placeholder, and welcome back to Helldivers 2 and Playing Games Like Other Games. It's a series that I've just came up with recently that essentially takes a certain particular game that I'm playing, and I just try and play it like a completely different type of game. Not much to that, just something different, especially for Helldivers 2, just to try to shake things up. Today, we're talking about the MONTAGNE build. Now, MONTAGNE is the one that essentially started this whole idea because, I mean, you can't give me a ballistic shield and a revolver and not make me think MONTAGNE. Especially with the heavy armor set that came out in the Democratic Detonation set, which is the FS-35 Devastator. You can also pair this with the FS-05 Marksman, or pretty much just about any heavy armor set that you specifically enjoy. From there, obviously the shield backpack, you can't use it. You can't use this build without the shield backpack. You got the Orbital Precision Strike as per usual. That's basically just this game's version of the breach charge that exists in Rainbow Six. Then we got the Orbital Laser just because we need a build that has some heavy hidden stuff, and Orbital Laser almost without a doubt helps in many tight situations, and it especially helps me out a few times in this particular video because honestly this run was one of the most difficult runs I had ever made, and you'll see why in just a few minutes. And also with this build, because obviously the fourth slot is player's choice, I decided to bring once again the E-17 Expendable anti-tanks. Helped out phenomenally against so many different Hulks that I ran into. Also, for some reason, this entire run just had so many of the goddamn Striders that I had no idea what to deal with. If I was Blitz, I would have been fine, because I'd at least been fast. But Montagne, he's a slow boy. He ain't exactly built for circling around Striders very easily. Anyway, moving on. The primary is obviously the SMG-35 Defender. Secondaries, you have an option of the P2 Peacemaker, the P4 Senator, which is what I was running in this video, the G16 Impact, G3 Smoke, and the G23 Stun. You can kind of get a little crazy with whichever type of grenade. Obviously depends on what your team is running. But for the most part, your weapons are locked in. Obviously the revolver is kind of the most fun, besides the Peacemaker, because it just has more damage, and also who doesn't like revolvers, especially if you're trying to build a Montagne-esque hybrid.
Enemy tactical asset within threat range. Throwing grenade. Have been launched. Fire in the hole!
And as I said, this run was very difficult. Honestly, I almost had very few times where I was in downtime not shooting at something, or shooting back, or just holding steady with the shield. I had hooks, I had the whole stratagem jammer. The only thing that was missing was just going to be a gunship situation, which would have sucked. And then, but yet, Montagne powered through it all the whole time. The heavy armor paired with the shield just worked super well. Paired up with the EAT, it just slowly but surely made its way through. All together, fantastic. I'm so happy I actually finally ran this build. I've run it a couple of times just for shits and giggles, but I actually ran it fully and actually recorded it just because why can't I, especially since I'm making a series about it. Figured might as well actually just do a whole run, start to finish, see how it goes.
Mission progress logged. one step closer to mission completion.
And overall, honestly, if you have even just one person who's down to play Montagne, your team is pretty much stacked in most types of situations against the automatons. Because as long as you have at least one particularly strong anchor for the team that can essentially just stand right in the opening of a fabricator base and just kind of stand there taking shots while the rest of you do work, perfect. Works absolutely fantastic. Or if worst case scenario, you say, hey, fuck this shit is getting crazy, drop a laser in there, everything will kind of work itself out in the end.
How about a nice cup of liver tea? Helldivers never die.
Reinforcement budget running low. Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Reporting to the front. I'm out. How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Mission progress logged. Orbital Laser. Orbital strike incoming.
That's empty. Have a seat of democracy.
And sadly, that is all the time I have for this particular build video. Hope you guys all have maybe tried this type of build before. If you haven't, please let me know. And especially let me know if you've tried it and you really enjoy it. I think it's really fun. I want to see how you guys feel when you guys play some of these different builds. So please, let me know. Or hey, if you want me to play with you, let me know. My name in-game is Placeholder, as usual.
T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
these builds kind of helped me get out of a little bit of boredom stage. Not necessarily with Helldivers 2, but just it shook things up, and it helped me pick up different weapons that I've never really worked with a lot. Not that I haven't exactly used the Defender or, like, let's say the Diligence or Liberator, but I just don't use them as frequently as I like. So I was able to just kind of take a step back, work from ground zero, and have fun again in this game. As always, my name is Placeholder, signing off.